If you're watching this video right now, you're either gay, trans, a supporter, an ally, or a weirdo. But it's okay because all is welcome. No judgmental zone here. My name is Mateo. Welcome to our channel, Ash and Theo Adventures. For today's video, I'm going to be answering some questions that a lot of you guys have left for me specifically regarding being trans. And we also get like a couple questions and other queer related questions, but my fiance is not here right now, so I'm just gonna answer the trans related questions since I'm trans, if you haven't caught on the vibe yet. The first question is, how do you travel as a trans man? Easy. I pack my shit, get on a plane, and go. Or I pack my shit, get in the car, and go. Nah, but seriously, so it's different for me because I have my ID changed. I don't have my passport or nothing changed yet, but that's the goal. Sorry, it's really windy out here too, but I have my license and my social, but I don't have my passport. So it's fairly easier for me. It's easier once you get all your things changed, but that doesn't mean there still won't be any assholes that will maybe dead name you or misgender you. And we will get to those meanings in the middle of this video, so stay tuned. So we have this one video of us, this one vlog of us traveling. I believe it was to Colorado. And actually at that time I had my packer on, and if you guys don't know what a packer is, it's practically a penis, a portable penis for trans people to, you know, make them feel more emasculated, or if they have to use the bathroom, you know, they can whip it out as if it was like a penis, and you can pee through it like a regular penis. I had a packer on, and I think it showed up, I can't remember, but I think it showed up on like the screen, like, you know, when they pat you down. And you know, they were looking at me and I was looking at them, and I was just like, it's my penis, it's a dildo, it's a sex toy, do you want me to take it out? Now I didn't say that, but I actually thought that. But I did tell them, like, I'm a trans man, and you know, I don't feel comfortable with you touching me like that. And if someone ever touch you uncomfortably, you sue their ass, period. So as you can see, this is a traveling channel, and we're queer people. So you guys might be wondering, like, you know, do you guys run or encounter any negativity and stuff? And to be honest, truthfully, like, to keep it 1K with y'all, we do not run into any type of negativity when we traveling. As you can see in our videos, let's say if it's a water park, I don't have to have surgery, so I just take my shirt off because, you know, free the nibs. But you know, people, I don't think people know that I'm trans, because truthfully, if you see me in person, it's kind of hard to tell unless like you queer, because there's a lot of times when we go out and we see another queer person, it's like their queer senses are tingling and they be like, oh, you guys are a queer couple. So yeah, I get treated nice. I don't know, I feel like it's like your energy, but everyone have their own experience. My hand is shaking because I don't have the tripod, but everyone have their own experience. So this is just my experience. I don't want to just, you know, talk about being trans and from my experience, and it's all like happy-go-lucky and walk through the roses and daisies and smell the flowers and it's just so beautiful and good, because you know, I've had downfalls too. But as far as like outside of the world, I have nothing but love, and I appreciate that. We appreciate the love that we get from you guys and just random people that see us. You guys see it in our videos. Everybody always compliment us, you know, always support us and love us, and you know, we appreciate that. Next question, what are some things not to say to a trans person? Okay, that's easy. Number one, this is my personal opinion, but I feel like asking a trans person, when did you decide or when did you choose to be trans or come out as trans? Because it's not a choice, it's an identity. The next one is, you don't look like you're trans, or you pass so well, I didn't even know you were trans. These are problematic because not everyone can look as the gender that they're transitioning into. So for example, since I'm female to male, in the beginning stages when you transition, sometimes you still might have a round, circular, woman-like face. So not all the time you will pass, but just because you don't pass, that doesn't mean you're not trans. Trans is an identity, not a look. And especially with our sisters, male to female, sometimes they might have a much harder transition due to the fact that not everybody can afford surgeries, or not everybody naturally can pass or look as the identity that they're transitioning into. Did you get the surgery? You know what I'm talking about. The top, the bottom, the kudaka. You know what I'm talking about? Did you get that? That is very problematic, because not only is it none of your fucking business, but there's this thing that, like, people think when trans people transition, the first thing they do is maybe get their top or their bottom, whether it's female to male or male to female. Again, not only is it your fucking business, but people actually like their private area. Oh my gosh, you didn't know that? Oh wow. Yeah, people actually like their private area. And again, not to mention the fact that it's fucking expensive, but not everybody has the resources or access to have top surgery or bottom surgery. So people just say to hell with it and end up loving themselves, or once they can afford it, they get the surgery. But again, that's not my business, nor is it yours. To add to that, we don't question when hetero/cis people get BBLs or boob surgery or lip injections, or we don't question their mentalness. We don't question, did you get the surgery? Did you get your ass fat? We don't question that now, do we? Okay, let's keep it cordial, please, and appropriate. What was your name before you transitioned? Problematic as fuck. Why? Because a lot of people, so first off, when you figure out that you are a trans person, a lot of times your identity that you were assigned birth to hold a lot of negativity, because that's not who you are. So maybe you were in a bad place, or you just didn't have support, or it was just negative for you. That's who you were in the past, or that's who you just neglect and completely hate. Understandable, right? Well, they have their name that they were assigned birth to, that's on, documents, paper, whatever, their first name. That is called a dead name. Dead name is when you see a trans person and you refer to them or talk to them as their name that they were assigned to first. That is problematic, because I don't want to be hold on to that name. It's like if someone were married and then they get a divorce, and then you go to this person and you refer to them as their, first married name. You wouldn't like that, because you're not with that person no more. It's just as simple as that. So respect someone and their name that they have now, even if it's legal or documented. If someone tells you to call them by that name, you do just that. It's just simple fucking respect. When you're traveling, do you have a binder? I stopped wearing binders because I'm getting bigger and I need to get a new one, but I've also just kind of accepted it for it is what it is type things. But if you guys don't know, a binder is practically a tank top or a shirt that compresses your top area so it looks more flatter to the eye, or for you. It's like to make you feel more comfortable when you're transitioning, for female to males that are transitioning. So that's what a binder is. But not all the time. Sometimes I take it out because there's some shirts that, make my boobies pointy, and I don't like that. So I like a flat chest. And so sometimes I bring my binder, sometimes I don't bring my binder. It just depends on the mood I am. Cause sometimes I don't be having time for that fucking binder. Jeez, if you know, you know. Binders be fucking stressful. Why are you destroying your man/womanhood? Problematic. Why? Because one, it's none of your fucking business if I destroy whatever I want to destroy. Second off, I'm not destroying it. I'm just destroying the expectation that you had on me. That's it. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. You're so attractive for a trans person. Problematic. Why do I gotta be attractive just because I'm trans? Second off, trans people, we don't transition to achieve a beauty desire. No, it doesn't work like that. Thirdly, since male privilege is real and pretty woman privilege is real, as a trans man, I've experienced the male privilege, and as a trans person, I've experienced the attractive trans man privilege. If you know, you know. I feel like maybe only the trans community can understand what I mean by that. But as an attractive trans man, to, I guess, as far as me being known, or being much more accepted into society, my transition have been slightly easier and slightly smooth sailing because of those reasons. Hey Theo, what are some things to know when you're traveling? Easy, I can answer that for you. As a queer couple, as a queer trans person, you want to make sure wherever you're traveling, whether it's in state, if you're in the United States, or in country, if you're in maybe fucking Africa, since it's a continent, I guess, or if you're even going out of the country and going to a different destination, you want to definitely check out their LGBTQ rules and stuff like that, because I know, as being Caribbean, a lot of times the Caribbean, how they treat gay people, it's very, very disheartening, and it's very sad to see how people treat humans because of their sexuality as if it's any of their fucking business. But unfortunately it happens. So whenever you're traveling to any destination, any location, any city, any country, definitely look up the laws and stuff like that. Although you want to still be yourself, you just want to be cautious, especially to gay men that could be much more feminine than others, because, like, for example, if it's like Jamaica or something like that, a lot of people can experience death. So you just want to be careful about where you go, and it's not about like lowering yourself down a notch or nothing like that. It's practically, it's either if you want to survive or not. If you still want to go to that country because of how beautiful it is, or you've seen some things on it, I wouldn't go to that country, period, if they can't even accept me for who I am. How do I correctly address trans people? That's a great question, and I am here to help you with that question. But first, there's this loud fucking airplane, so give me one moment. Now that big ass fucking flying car has gone, for example, you wouldn't say he is a transgendered, or he is transgendered, add that ed. You would say he is a trans man, or he's a transitioning man. That was like a tongue twister. The thing is, a lot of people think that trans people don't know that they're trans. Obviously, we fucking know that we're trans. We had to go through a lot to fucking be the person who we feel comfortable and know that that's who we are. So yes, trans people know that they're fucking trans. I really want to like squash that, because I hate when people be like, oh yeah, especially when it comes to like our our trans women are trying to take the womanhood. And I'm not even trying to like start this debate, because I don't got time for it. I'm gonna say what I have to say, and that is that trans women are fucking women. They're just trans. That's in the end of it. It's not that fucking hard. Next, you wouldn't say he was born a girl, or he was born a guy or a boy or whatever. You would say he was assigned birth as a girl, or he was assigned birth as a boy. Because technically, that's practically what we all were when we came out the fucking vagina. We were all assigned birth. Just like you were assigned a social security number. You were assigned, what else the fucking government do to fucking keep us in check and shit like that? Assign shit. They just assign shit. And labels. Just assign shit. So if you didn't know, queer practically means how I see it is that you are fruity. You're part of the community, but you get into depth when you say what part of the community you're from. So I will be queer, but I'm a trans man. That's how I think what queer is. For example, my fiance, she's a cis woman. She was assigned birth as a woman, straight up like 100% woman, no transition, not trans or none of that shit. So she would be queer because she's pansexual, but she's dating a trans man. Therefore, we are a straight couple. And I'm getting to that because you wouldn't tell someone, a trans person, that, oh, since you're trans, you're gay. It doesn't necessarily work like that, because gender identity and sexuality are two different things. You can be a trans man and like men, and that will make you a gay trans man. You can be a trans man and be bi. That will make you a bisexual trans man. Or pansexual, when you like whatever the fuck it is that fucking please you. So, come on people, it's really not that hard. It's really not. It's draining, actually. It's really tiring. I don't know how long this video is. I feel like it's short. I hope not. I only picked a certain amount of questions and read it off like that. I can make this video longer if you guys want. Leave more questions down below. Leave it on my TikTok or my Instagram, and also look in the description so you can follow our Instagrams, our TikTok, and yeah, that's it. I am going to wrap this up by saying, just because someone trans, that doesn't mean that their character is good. That doesn't mean their character is bad. That's just like anyone in the world, whether it's racial or culturally. Just because someone is of a label, that doesn't mean that they're a good or a bad person until you get to know them. Then you can judge by that. But you should not judge no one off of their sexuality or whatever the case may be, because you know, not all trans people are bad, not all trans people are good. Trans people are fucking human and people just like you. So I would like to conclude that by saying, just love people. Unless you're fucking gay, then don't be so worried about what a trans person or a gay person is doing. Unless you're in the closet and you want to come out, and that's fine. I'm coming out. I want the world to know. Yeah, baby. Just come out. Be free, be who you are. It's hard when you say TikTok to not everybody know who they are. Or not everybody know what the TikTok is. If you know, you know. Thank you for watching today's video. Comment down below more questions. Watch our other videos. We love you guys. See you in the next fucking video, baby.